Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a look here at MNT, Mantle. This is a request I got. Quite a few requests actually over the weekend. Figured I'd double check it. It does look like it's going to break out here soon. This is a pretty sweet little pattern is forming, so we'll talk about this and much more. I would normally look at liquidation, but there is no liquidation available on High Block Capital. That is the way in which I typically pull that data. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at a few key factors, specific resistances and supports, and obviously make sure we want to double check with our overextension and just how the price action looks compared to Bitcoin, because it's actually looking pretty solid, and we're going to double check, make sure before we jump into a trade that that's really what we're looking for. Okay, so quick congrats to our community here. We want to say thank you so much for the awesome feedback. Super happy this worked out well for you. We took a near protocol trade, 48% in 2 days there over the weekend. I don't normally trade over the weekend. That's the reason why I want to present that to you. But mostly, this is a 5x leverage trade, folks. We don't take crazy trades here in this community. We make sure to take realistic and high converting trades. So while our percent this month is only like 75, 80%, I still like to take more successful trades, less frequent than, a bunch of 50% trades. Just doesn't make a ton of sense. Anyways, let's quickly look at a couple of things here before we get started, though. Just to ask you, hit the like button, comment below. Absolutely appreciate that. The like button is probably the more important one. If you can do that in every video, it really helps grow the channel, and more importantly, get this in front of more people instead of getting those moon boys all those views, because for some reason the people with the mouth wide open on the thumbnails and just ridiculousness seems to work online for some reason. Either way, let's take a look here at the daily time frame, work our way down. So we're honoring our 20 and the 50-day SMA. A lot of coins are in this situation right now. So being above this level is extremely important, kind of letting us know that we're on the right side of tracks. Absolutely awesome. We like to see that. We also can see here that stochastic RSI is topping out, basically telling us we have a bit of a continuation here with money flow index pulling back and RSI being fairly high. Okay, below 70 is a key takeaway there. So we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 days of continuation to the upside here, basically a 6 if you don't count the very first green candle. And the key takeaway is that we're moderately overextended, but we also have potential to continue much higher. And I'll explain what I mean by that here too, because a lot of times you can see patterns form when they start like this. Okay, so again, this might be a little premature, but we are in a cup and handle type of scenario where we're retesting the local high. Okay, so in other words, we got this more recent high where the price action has having trouble crossing that level. However, it's only been tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 times. But that retest here recently tells us there's a chance of it breaking. The consistency here as well, ever since we've been in this range since August 4th, that's when Bitcoin had a very aggressive candle. We can see this high volume candle here. We've seen a large amount of control at 60 cents even. I'm rounding up a little or rounding down a little, but 60 cents is that area of support. What do you know? That area of support is lined up perfectly with our golden pocket, that 0.65, 0.618 fib level. So heaven forbid the price pulls back. That would be a solid consideration for entry. Just kind of throwing it out there. Let's take a quick look at the 4-hour time frame, kind of see where we're at. Trend strength is coming down, MACD is diverging. This is very standard on the 4-hour time frame for most coins. The key takeaway here is that the price is going sideways and the MACD is diverging. That's a very good sign, because it's a natural contraction when the price action gets pushed up the way that it has. We can also see stochastics starting to converge. Money flow index is high and RSI is low, or not low, sorry, it's below it, right? Extremely important. We want an RSI to be below the money flow index on a good push. So this is a very good sign to me personally. When I see this, it's a recipe for success in most cases, and generally a favorable sign. So even though the MACD is diverging, and some people are probably screaming like, oh my gosh, it's gonna fall, it's gonna pull back. Unless Bitcoin really rips down, which is less likely considering how well it's holding its current range, we do see that the MACD here is somewhat of a false positive. Okay, 4-hour time frame, it looks good. Hourly, it's going to tell us here that we're above a cloud still. Conversion line, the lagging span is free and clear. The price action, or sorry, it's just right at the top rather, not free and clear, and the conversion line is above the baseline. So we have good momentum. We're above the cloud. That support level here at about 62 cents. And generally speaking, this is overall a decent situation. Again, this is not perfect, because once you go range bound, the Ichimoku cloud can give you some false positives. I think the key takeaway here is that we've bottomed out for the most part, because look at this combination. Look at how the price action is performing compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes sideways in the weekend, pumps and pulls back a little bit. MNT pulls back, consolidates, and every time Bitcoin tries to pump or dump, it holds the line. It holds steady. So that in combination with us being over the macro point of control, this 0.618 fib level here is a very, very good sign. So to me personally, if I'm going to consider taking a trade of this, I would make the level of invalidation would be a close below the 0.618 fib level, maybe in the 58 cent range. And then a likely pivot point if the price pulls back would be here at about 60 cents, that macro point of control. But either way you look at it here, this is definitely looking like it could very well shape out to be a bull flag type of pattern. Again, I'm getting pretty loose with my chart pattern here because again, chart patterns are exactly that. You don't take a trade based on a chart pattern, but if this chart pattern complements everything we've seen here so far, which it does, that's a very, very good sign and a stronger likelihood of further upside. So I like what I see here. Pending Bitcoin doesn't make a very aggressive move to the 62, 61K range, this coin should take off. Okay. Again, looking good. I'll post our playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord if you're not familiar. It looks a little something like this, where I kind of give you heads up and, I guess just everything's there. Just check it out. Anyways, the whole point of this is to get you familiar with the way that I kind of see the charts and just help you understand my thought process going into taking a trade. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Thanks again so much for the awesome feedback. Thank you so much as well for the request. Don't forget to like the video and maybe check out our sponsors down below too. Two awesome exchanges. They both are very, very good. So check them out at your own convenience. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good one. We'll see you the next one. Take care.